Hi folks, my name is Dimitro and I am your instructor for BCIS 1305 and I will go through the setup of the course. Well, you already got as far as D2L and you logged into the actual shell because you're watching this video. So we have two separate setups here. There is a separate shell that was set up that I already told you not to use and put a little banner on there, as well as explanation to why we're not using it. So this is the main shell where everything is going to be worked out of. So your view is going to be like this. The first thing that you would probably do, you would just go to the content and then you would read a little overview on top about what this course is about, what certifications you can take after, and then actually all of the requirements for this specific course. As far as course materials, that's one of the links that you see on top. Just go through these real quick. You're going to see the required materials for the course that have been designated by Lone Star College. This one is a little bit confusing, right? We have two separate sections. This one we don't really use because all of our work will be here. And then here you see two different options. The only one that we're interested in is the very first one. The Connect one is from McGraw-Hill. Some campuses are using it. Nevertheless, we're using Pearson exclusively. And then Star Bundle is what it is that you're going to use to actually gain access to this. Syllabus is changed as well. So now it's a simple syllabus where all of the work is going to be covered. So this is the section that we're in. That's myself. You can reach out to me. Please text rather than call, because I am only a part-time instructor and I have a main job, but nevertheless, I'm usually available and during the day, and I'm flexible during the weekends and evenings. So if you need help, please reach out and we'll sort out whatever questions or problems you have. The Star Bundle, that's where you're going to get your access code. So once you're gonna go through all of the instructions here, you're gonna go to the Setup My IT Lab. There is a little handout here that you can use to actually log in and get your stuff set up. So you'll just need to use one of these links that will take you, maybe on this one, I think it's actually the second one, that will tell you how to register for the course, and then you would use that access code from the bundle to actually get set up. And then options here are somewhat complicated. There are multiple different screens. The textbook is actually on the left side, and Technology in Action is the textbook that we're going to use. To make everything much easier, I just added the link directly. So if you're going to press on that link, once you're registered for the course, it should take you directly to the text itself. Back to the syllabus, right? Again, we're only using Pearson Education one. Once you get the access code, you'll be able to access all of the materials that we need. There are multiple important dates, right? Withdrawal date is the time that you're going to need to drop the class by, and then you would get a W on your record. That rarely happens. So if there are some issues, please reach out ahead of time and we'll discuss what options you have. The course starts today and then ends obviously on this date. The official date of record is the day that I'm required to actually check you in as somebody who's actively attending the class. Since we're in online environment, as long as you log in, I will consider you active, so you're not going to get dropped. If you get absolutely no work done by this point of time, you might be slotted for being dropped from the class. So make sure you at least turn in one assignment before the specific date. And then the final exam is not restricted. You actually can take it today. Nevertheless, if you're not going to get it done by this day, by midnight, then obviously you'll receive a 0. So back to the course setup itself. There are two different components, lab and lecture. The labs are the technologies that we're working with. So this is exactly the way the shell is set up here, right? It will explain you all of the differences here. There are trainings with unlimited attempts, and then the quizzes where you have 3 attempts. We're going to cover Windows, right? And then Microsoft Suite for the Word, Excel, Access, and PowerPoint. All of these have 3 levels. Windows, as you can see, has only 1 level. And then you would usually just go through the training, make sure that you nail down the training. You can take these in any order you would like, and then just go and do the quizzes itself as well. They will be extremely similar to what the trainings are, but a little bit more harshly graded. And that will pretty much would be 50% of your grade. Then we're moving to the quizzes. So that will be the lecture portion. Quizzes will be based on the book itself. So once you read through the chapters, you can go and do all of the quizzes here. Then quizzes are aggregated in the area tests. I am giving plenty of extra credit, so I would recommend you do the area test reviews first, get those extra points. As you can see, there are 10% additional points here that you can gain. So your total grade is actually 1100 if you're going to do absolutely everything perfect. But as long as you have 899 points, you will receive your A. And then obviously, if you get less than 599 points, then you would receive an F. As far as grades themselves, there is still an additional opportunity for the credit as well. So you can see here, right? All of these are bonus. So there is no requirement. As long as you get something, you get that extra bump. And you will see at the bottom, the course evaluation, pretty much the last week of the class. There is the survey that Lone Star sends out. Once you're going to take that survey, you can take a screenshot confirming that you did that, and I will give you 50 points, 50 or 20, 50 or 25 points extra credit. So that should be somewhat helpful as well. A lot of these are very manual, like the quizzes on Pearson that you're going to see are sometimes problematic. Do not get hung up on those. Do not worry about missing a question or missing 2 questions. Like, that is just the limited number of points. So just keep on moving. So if there are things that you do not know how to get done, or how to figure out, or you're getting errors multiple times, it's fine to just skip it. The technology perpetually changes. As long as you're conversant with how the tool works, that's all that I'm asking of you. You don't have to be perfect. As long as you understand the majority of the functionality, as long as you are able to Google and find how to perform whatever function, you will be more than fine in the workplace itself. So this is what the office simulations look like. We're using this because it makes it easier. It doesn't matter if you're on Mac, if you're on Windows, you still can do this. But somehow, some of these are somewhat tricky. So again, you have multiple attempts. If all of the attempts failed, I would rather just move on. You would just lose 1 or 2 points. But as I said, there is no reason to freak out. You have plenty of extra credit to make an A. This class should be fun. This class should be about learning, not getting absolutely everything correctly. I'm not worried about that. You shouldn't be worried about that. You must be interested in familiarizing yourself with the technology, and then pretty much familiarizing yourself with the state of art where the computer information systems are these days. That's the reason why I'm giving you the unlimited attempts on the quizzes. The lab quizzes have 3 attempts, so plenty options there to get maximum credit as well. The layout at the bottom here is more of a suggestion. If you're going to go into the Pearson itself, if you're going to go through the entire setup here, I don't really have the dates hard coded. I do not really care at what point of time you're turning in your work as long as it is before this date. So we have to turn in the grades. There are certain requirements from the college, from us, to confirm the performance of a student. So as long as by this time you're going to turn in all of the work, it's going to get graded, it's going to get automatically synced, and that's what is going to go into your record itself. But apart from that, I'm not extremely worried if you're going to take the final today, or if you're going to get all of the work done in one day, or if it's going to take you 3 months. Up to you. Pace yourself. Majority of these are a suggestion, as I said. My preference is to not hold back people who actually are comfortable with some of the technologies. So if you're already working or you had certain internships, or you're just familiar with Word, for instance, I don't want you to sit around for a long period of time, like clicking through everything. So you just take the quiz, you just take the training, you're done with it, and you just move on with your life. And then if you need a little bit more time, which I would assume would be on the Access side, because this is the database tool, not as frequently used, not something that is very approachable, you would spend a little bit more time figuring that out. Again, if there are any questions, comments, concerns, you can either text me with my information provided here, right? And then my email is here as well. So I respond within 24 to 48 hours. If for some reason you don't get a response, because I do get a lot of emails that are unrelated, please resend the email or shoot me a text saying, hey, I sent you an email and you didn't respond, and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. But this should be an easy, fun class. So excited to have you folks here. I will be posting weekly announcement just to remind you of the pacing itself and the importance of getting things done. But again, you folks are adults here, and you can decide at what time and at what pace you will want to get this done. As long as all of the work is turned in before the end of semester, we should be good. So thank you so much.